I want to talk about narcissism so bad and narcissists. Let me say that again. I don't want to talk about it, but it's something that needs to be talked about because so many people are going through it, mainly girls. I know guys go through it too, but like I know of a lot of girls who are going through it. And it's so easy to say on the outside, girl, get yourself out of that situation. Like, what are you doing? Goes for guys too. Get yourself out of that situation. Don't let a narcissist take over your mind and your whole life. Like, don't allow that to happen. But until you deal with it and until you actually feel what it's like, you're not going to understand it. And you can't just say that, because it becomes even more frustrating for the person who's dealing with a narcissist themselves. So, if the anxiety breathing would care to stop anytime soon today so I could get through some videos, that would be wonderful. Anyway, narcissists think, it's not even that they think, they feel like they know in their minds that they have full control over you. And to an extent it's true, because when they make us feel like we're worthless, like anything we do, I mean, even if we give our all, they say we don't give anything at all. You know, like I could keep going about it, but there's just really no point, because if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And again, until you see that there is more to life outside of that situation, and until you see that it's toxic, you're never going to see that there's another side of life. Here's what just happened to me. I thought I was finally over a narcissist, and I finally was able to move on and be in new relationships. And there have been 2 since then. And we were on the same page about things, and suddenly we just weren't. Suddenly something changed. Suddenly everything was my fault. Suddenly me being... Now, I'm not saying that it was both of these or anything, but somehow me being screamed at and just treated like I wasn't even a human being, somehow when I didn't become cold, I didn't become heartless. I still very much had whatever type of empathy in me to still offer my friendship, okay? And I was called just about every name in the book, and it's like you don't know who a person is until you truly are in it with them. And I'm gonna say, I'm over the talking stage. Talking, you know, like getting to know someone and all that, because to me, that's a waste of time. And to me, it's like, talk for a little bit. Like, get to know each other a little bit. Like, enough to not be strangers, but don't waste my time talking to me. Like, date me. Like, dating is learning about the other person. This is just why I don't believe in the talking process anymore. It's because you are not going to see who that person truly is until you're in the relationship with them. You're not going to be able to see all of their sides from that talking stage. You're not. Like, in the talking stage, that's the whole, what do they call it? The wooing stage or whatever? Yeah, no. They don't even do that anymore anyway. But even if they did, that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to put on a massive front. And I keep saying, people are snakes. I'm sorry if you like snakes. But just like the whole symbolism, you know what I mean? People are snakes. They really are. And they're venomous. They're poisonous, you know? Like, you don't get to see who they are until they're all wrapped around you like a snake. And that's when the reality comes out. That's when true colors are shown. And just about then is when I try to repaint those colors. You know that saying is something like, when someone shows you their true colors, don't try to repaint them. Yeah, hi, that's me. I try to repaint them a lot of times. Until I get to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna scream at me and everything, I thought that you were the one person who I wanted. I thought you were perfect. Like, but you are not going to scream at me. And then, like, we've had some conversations since then, and it was screaming at me, and I remained perfectly calm. Like, I was upset, obviously, but my voice, my tone, I remained perfectly calm. More calm than I am right now, because right now I have the anxiety breathing that you're going to be able to hear still. Like that. So, I don't know. I don't even remember how I started. Oh, narcissist. That's how I started this. You have to be careful because, like I said, even for those people who like to take things slow, and I'm not saying that I don't like to take things slow, I'm just saying the talking stage is so ridiculous anymore, because it's like, yeah, you're getting to know each other, but okay, that's what you do if you date someone too. And the whole talking thing is just a waste of time. I know so many people are going to disagree with me about that, but I promise you, that talking stage, you could talk to someone for a year before you decide to date them. You're not going to see their true colors until you are in a relationship with them. That's why there are quotes and stuff about, like, don't marry someone until you've seen them angry at you, until you've seen them upset with you, until they've seen you upset and how they respond to you being upset. You are not going to truly know a person until you date them, until you're in their personal lives, all of that. Talking, yeah, that's cool. You get to know each other a little bit, whatever, but, like, you're not going to know the true human being that they are until you're in a relationship with them. So I can't even regret jumping into things, because to me it's either there's an initial attraction or not. And I do not just mean looks, I mean personality, how they talk, everything. And if that's established, then I feel like date them, see what happens. The problem is I get too attached and, like, all of that, like, way too easily. I become attached, and, like, the attachment process is no fun at all. Getting used to not talking to them on a daily, it sucks, you know, like, it sucks, but it's life, and that's just how it works. And I'm talking to you as in me. Like, I'm talking to you. Am I, like, I'm talking to me? You get what I mean. Oh, the anxiety breathing's back. Okay. So this is kind of a mix about narcissists and just relationships in general, I guess. That's just my take on it, and I know a lot of people disagree about it. I know that, because even people who I've talked to have disagreed. Like, no, I take things slow, because if I'm gonna be serious about it, like, if I'm gonna be serious, I'm gonna be serious. And it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but what do you think dating is? Dating is not marriage. Dating is getting to know a person, hang out with them, like, on a different level, you know? When you're talking to someone, like, you're friends, whatever, like, you're not gonna see how they actually are to you if you're actually with them in the future. So that's just how I feel about it. So this anxiety breathing needs to stop happening like that. Like, can I just be normal for once? But yeah, so I've dealt with a few of those during the time I've gone missing on Strength from the Madness, and I swore I would never let a guy, anyone, get in the way of anything that I had planned for myself with the goals that I have around mental health awareness. I really, and I did. I got sucked into it, and I can't say that I regret it, because I don't. I don't. It's a learning process, you know? Like, no matter what, no matter the outcome, no matter how ugly it gets, no matter how horrible it gets, no matter how shattered your heart may feel, sorry, but you're gonna have to just get those little shattered pieces, put them all back together into a nice shaped heart, and move on. Because there's nothing else you can do. Like, there are no guarantees going into a relationship. There are no guarantees with anything. And when you're dealing with a narcissist, there's going to be a longer recovery period for you to have to go through and process before you move on to the next relationship. That's also talking to me. You too, if you're going through, you know, but it's just something that I'm learning, like, not to go from one to another, because I know a lot of people are like this. I feel lost if I don't have anyone. And right now, ask me how many friends I have. 0. There are people who tell me, you know, I'm always here to talk if you need to. You know that, you know, no, that's not, no. Like, I don't have any stable relationships in my life. And it's not to say, like, family. I have family, you know, like, I know that they're there. But it shouldn't have to feel like I have to go out of my way to ask for them to just listen to me and vent and all of that. And they're stable, they're in my life, but I'm talking people outside of family. Like, I don't have anyone stable. Like, I used to have friendships where we would text 24/7, call, whatever we had to do. That's the anxiety breathing too. Cute, huh? I know. But I would have someone, like, to text all the time, Snapchat all the time, call all the time, hang out with all the time, you know? And everyone just kept proving themselves to be fake to me, and I would rather have no friends than fake friends. That's just how I operate. So then I start thinking, okay, well, really all I want is a relationship with one person, and I want that one person to be my one and only. I don't want to call it a distraction from my actual goals in life, but that's just what I want. Like, I want one person to do things with, to talk to text throughout the day, to check in on each other, you know? That's what I want. So, yeah, I don't have any friends, nothing stable, nothing like that. It's just how it is, and I'm learning to accept it, and it's very difficult because it feels like, okay, wake up in the morning and this is what it looks like. Yeah, there's a Playboy bunny. We're not going to talk about that right now. So anyway, yeah, this is what I wake up to though. Nothing is there. So, like, at night, I'll be on here like, please, someone just reach out to me. Nobody does. And guess what? I get through it. But it's depressing. Like, it's really depressing. Especially when I got used to it, and especially when I finally think that I have found my one person, and it turns out that that's not who they were or anything, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just ranting about relationships and narcissists. I'm not sure what to call some of them, but it's so important to remember that life goes on. And this is a reminder to myself too, because relationships, I don't want to say that they are totally centered around me feeling suicidal, but they have a huge impact on it. Because if I'm in a stable relationship with someone and I feel like, okay, at the end of the day, guess what? I have them, you know, then I feel at peace. Like, my inner self feels at peace. I feel like, okay, I have someone. I don't have to worry about finding someone. I don't have to worry about looking for someone. I know that I have someone to talk to. I know that I have someone to hang out with. And I don't have that anymore. So it's hard because it's getting used to something totally new and totally different. But life's going to keep going. And I mean, I have full intentions on getting all of my goals accomplished with or without someone by my side. Now, does it suck to see when other people are so happy and in relationships and going out and doing things and all that? It absolutely sucks. It's very depressing to see. I'm happy for them, but I'm envious of them because I don't have that. And this is my favorite time of the year too. October 19th. Like, all year, I look forward to October. Like, I just want to go do fall activities, maybe Halloween stuff. Like, I want to dress up for Halloween. I want to go, like, even to just a freaking corn maze or something and just get lost with someone. You know what I mean? Like, it would be fun to me. Like, that's just how I see it. Same with, like, carving pumpkins, watching scary movies, whatever. Like, that's what I want to do. I don't have that option this year again. I have at some points in time, but, like, not. I never really have. It's like I have this whole idea in my mind of what I want, and then it's like I feel like I'm never gonna get it. And everyone's like, you say that until you actually do find them. Please feel free to be right about that, but, you know, like, right now it's looking like it's not gonna happen because people put on that front, and I don't trust anyone anymore right now. And I hope that that changes. I hope I can let my guard back down, but, like, oh, the anxiety breathing. That's just, I don't know. So that's a little vent, rant, advice, whatever on relationships and narcissism. I really wanted it to be more focused on that, but I never stay focused on one subject at a time. I never do.